Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. This is going to be part 2 of my whole house clean with me. If you missed part 1, it was my last video. We cleaned my entire upstairs and today we are working on the downstairs. So I hope that you guys enjoy and let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is just tidy up our foyer area before moving into the kitchen. And let me know while you're watching, what are you doing? Are you relaxing with your feet up? Are you working alongside with me? I've always wondered when people are watching my cleaning videos if they're watching them like for motivation before they start cleaning, or if it's like you have a friend cleaning while you clean. So let me know in the comments what you're up to right now while you're watching. And I just want to mention, don't feel like you have to do your whole house in 1 day or 2 days or like all at the same time. You know, I filmed part 1 on 1 day and this is part 2. I filmed this on a different day, but I filmed a little bit while my toddler was in preschool. I filmed a little bit while both my kids were napping, and then the rest I filmed after they went down for bed, because I'm not in a phase of life where I can clean my whole house or even my whole downstairs just all in one time. So don't feel like you have to do that. I just want to mention that this is like broken up several portions throughout the day. I just don't want anyone to watch this and feel like, oh, I don't have time to clean my house like all in one go. Like, how do other people do that? Because if other people do that, I don't know how they do it. So if you see me using anything to wipe something down in this video, it is the Mrs. Meyer's apple cider scent. I've used this in the last couple of videos and I mentioned that I typically don't use their products year round, but I love their seasonal scents, and this is a really good scent for fall. I think it's my favorite one that they've had. I've used like the pumpkin spice and the mum before in previous years, but apple cider is like very fall and very fresh and clean smelling. So I just really love the scent all over my home. So yeah, that's what I'm using. I've mentioned this in my other videos where I've talked about this product, but I don't use this if I'm trying to do like a super like deep clean, if something's super messy or if we're sick or something. This is just like for everyday use of wiping down normal surfaces. So I must say, I'm pleasantly surprised with myself how clean this stove was prior to cleaning it right here. Usually if you watch my cleaning videos and I take the grates off, the stove is nasty with like tons of caked on food. But I've been doing a little bit better of keeping up with it and just keeping up with the house in general since my oldest started preschool. He's only going 2 days a week for 3 hours, but it still just like allows me to get a lot more cleaning done. And I feel like the house doesn't overall get as messy whenever he's not here, because, you know, he's a 3-year-old, so he loves getting into everything, and I still have my 1-year-old home with me all the time. But having one kid is not the same as having both of them. But anyway, on these little plates, I am using the Mrs. Meyer spray. If you're wanting to do like a deep clean, or if you have yours that are stained, you can do like a paste with baking soda and white vinegar and let that soak on them. That works really well. I didn't really feel like I needed to do too deep of a clean on these, so that is why I just used the multi-surface spray, and I'm using a microfiber towel when wiping everything down also. So now I'm moving on to wiping down the backsplash and wiping down anything like decor wise on my countertops, like my canisters. I mean, not just decor, it's also practical stuff like my knife set. Just these things can get a little bit dusty, or since they're really close to the stove, grease splatters can get on them, and if you don't look for them, you don't notice. So I'm just making sure that the backsplash, the counters, and everything on the counters are nice and clean. I really wanted to wipe the cabinets down in this video, but I just didn't get around to it. That and cleaning the playroom were like the 2 things on my to-do list that I didn't get done, so I will add them on to my to-do list for next time, my never-ending to-do list. I know all of you guys probably feel the same way, is that your to-do list is never done. Like, no matter how much you get done, there's still more stuff to do. But I always say I am not a superwoman, nor do I strive to be. I feel like we live in a society now that the more you do, like, you just feel like you're better just in general. Like, the more you do, the more worthy you are, and that is just not true. So now I'm just picking all the random stuff up off the floor so I can clean them. My 1-year-old absolutely loves getting into the cabinets and taking out plates and bowls and like whatever she can find. And I have like a little container down here with bottle parts, which I don't even know why I have them. I'm like saving them because I know we plan on having more kids, but my youngest never took a bottle, like never, not once. She was exclusively breastfed, and we bought so many different kinds of bottles. We tried all the tricks, everything that our pediatrician recommended, and nothing worked. So I feel like with the next baby, I'm just gonna like throw in the towel on the idea of even bottle feeding, because like it was very stressful. It was hard, like not having a break, not being able to be away from her for more than a couple hours for an entire year. But I feel like I just made it even harder on myself, stressing myself out about trying to get her to take a bottle when she just didn't want to. So I've kept it there in the cabinet just in case, but something tells me that if we have another baby, I don't know if I even want to try and stress myself out with that again. Okay, I'm wiping down the kids' table now, and how cute is this? I'm not sure where it's from. My mom and my stepdad got it for them for Christmas last year, but we use it a ton. They eat their breakfast, their lunch, and their snacks at this table, and then for dinner we all eat at the big table together. But they do Play-Doh here, and they color here, and yeah, it's just like was an absolute perfect gift. So if you have little toddlers, you don't have like a table their size, I highly recommend it. I've thought about putting it in the playroom, but if you watch my videos, you know what our playroom looks like. There's not a lot of wall space because those double doors right there go into the playroom, so you can't put anything on that side, and then one of the walls is open, so that only really leaves like 2 walls for stuff. So there's just like not a very good place for it. But right now I am sweeping. I was gonna vacuum, but my 3-year-old was trying to fall asleep, and he cannot fall asleep if his door is shut. It like freaks him out. So and his room is just like right above the stairs, so I didn't want to like keep him awake obviously by vacuuming, so I decided to just sweep instead. So yeah, I'm just going to get all the crumbs off of these floors and then work on mopping. And I don't know about you guys, but mopping always feels like such a big task for me, especially if I'm using like the real mop with the mop bucket and all of that. But I am always so glad after I get this done. It's like a workout. I sweat every single time trying to scrub these floors. But there's like no better feeling than walking on your hardwood floors with your bare feet and then being clean and you not feeling any crumbs on the bottoms of your feet. So I hope that you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one.